guys, David here. I know some of the hype for Iron Man 3 is starting to die down, but I figured that before it does, I want to talk about Iron Man 3, the official game. The official mobile game. Movie tie-ins have sunk this low. The movie tie-in game, not only is it a mobile game, but it's free. Right off the bat, I knew this wasn't going to be good, but for the sake of it, I went ahead and checked it out. First off, the game takes place after the film. Already a problem. Tony Stark starts off by saying something about a certain character's fate that happened in Iron Man 3. So the game already spoils a part of Iron Man 3, and this game came out before the release of Iron Man 3, the movie. And I played this before I saw the movie. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, you automatically suck already. On top of that, after maybe, 2 or 3 hours total of playing it, it turns out that Iron Man 3, the official movie game, is nothing more than an endless flyer. Just think of Temple Run, only instead of the Explorer, you got Iron Man, and you got him flying through the same city over and over. Whether it be down on the ground in some sort of Air Force base, or just like the beach where I'm assuming it's Malibu, since that's where portions of Iron Man 3 takes place, and it's just you collecting these Tony Stark credits or whatever they're called, and dodging obstacles, dodging missiles. Every now and then some little robot drone is going to appear and you have to shoot it, or shoot your repulsor blast at it. Some extremist characters come in, and then of course there's boss fights, and the boss fights are taken for the comics. You got Crimson Dynamo, you got MODOK, or I can't remember if MODOK is in here, but you got other characters from Iron Man canon. And I've read some reviews saying that this game is actually okay. Honestly, I don't think it's even that okay. Now, before I get into detail about that, I will point out the fact that I did play this on my iPod. Again, like I mentioned in my Infinity Blade review, it's possible that the fact of why I have such a bad experience with this game is the fact that I'm playing on an iPod and not on an iPad. Apparently, I did check out a Let's Play video of Iron Man 3, the official movie game, on an iPad, and I can obviously see the difference. The graphics are better, it's smoother, it's crisper. And it plays overall just way better, and it looks like it's more responsive. Like Temple Run, you have to tilt the iPod, either left or right, so you can move Tony from the left to the right of the screen. And there's moments where it's not that very responsive, or it takes them longer than it would to reach the end of the screen to where a jet or a missile will end up hitting me. Which is another thing. Can't Iron Man be a little more durable? It only takes him like 3 hits to, for me to get a game over. And in order to keep on going, you need to use these crystals. I can't remember what they're called, but you use up a certain portion of them in order to be able to keep playing that level. After you run out, guess what? You have to buy them. And when I say buy them, I'm not referring to any sort of in-game currency. No, these are actual real monetary transactions. You've seen, other mobile games where you actually have to spend your real money in order to be able to buy certain credits or certain tokens or certain power-ups or whatever, and some of them cost only like $1 or $2. Personally, I hate that, and the fact that Iron Man 3 is throwing this at me made me dislike the game even more. Again, going back to the argument that I made in my Infinity Blade review, the graphics are not very good on the iPod version. The iPad version apparently is far superior when it comes to the graphics, to the point where you can see some of the light reflecting off the suits, and I thought that was pretty cool. Here, the suits look okay, but they look more like PlayStation 1 graphics, which I wouldn't have been bothered, because like I said before, gave me some PlayStation 1 graphics that run smoothly, which I can honestly say this game does run smoothly when it comes to some of its, of its terrain going through. Like I said, it's an endless flyer, so obviously you're going to see the same obstacle or the same object going by you, and at least the frame rate is good. And I said I'll take PlayStation 1 graphics if you give me some addictive gameplay, well, not addictive, but at least give me some gameplay that's going to make me want to come back. I really did not want to come back to this game. I felt like I was doing an actual job playing this game, like if I was getting paid to review this game. I'm like, okay, I gotta play this for the review. Not good. And to add insult to injury, I mean, there's no real story here, and I'm not gonna say, that's not exactly a complaint, since endless flyers or endless runners don't need to have a story just as long as they got some good gameplay, and I understand that, especially in the more mobile market. But man, even the dialogue is bad. And so, most of the time the dialogue is not even spoken, it's just read, it's little text boxes, and I can't even read it to myself because it's kind of pretty bad. The only compliments I can give the presentation of this game is that some of the Iron Man suits, like I said, they look okay. Either they actually got Paul Bettany or a Paul Bettany sound-alike to play Jarvis, and I thought he was good. And I'm not gonna lie, unlocking suits is actually pretty neat, and seeing the various suits. They actually have almost, not all of them, but almost every Iron Man suit that appeared in Iron Man 3. They have it here for you to be able to play, and I like that they were conscious to how these suits play out. I mean, obviously, let's take for example the first two suits that I unlocked, which is obviously the Mark III and the Mark V, also known as the suitcase armor from Iron Man 2. And I like the fact that they were conscious with some of the attributes of the suits. Obviously, Mark III is going to last longer than Mark V because Mark V is meant more for immediate action, and it's not going to hold on very well. So obviously, whenever I played with Mark V, I died easier. But I was faster, I was much more nimble, so I thought, okay, that was actually kind of neat. Unfortunately, you have to unlock, a certain amount of XP, you have to have a certain amount of star credits, and going back to some of those monetary transactions, I'm not up for that. Frankly, however, I feel like I'm bitching way too much about a game that not only was a mobile game, but it was also free. So at least they tried, I guess. It just felt like Gameloft had a secondary team that said, hey, Iron Man 3 is coming out. Why don't we make a game, pitch it to the guys at Marvel, and see if they go for it. Apparently they went for it, said, yeah, you can offer it for free, and they put it on the market. And I can honestly say that since it's free and since it's mobile, I don't feel ripped off. I just feel like after having yet another failure of a game when it comes to the licensed property that is Iron Man, why is it so difficult to make a great Iron Man game? It just reminded me more of that issue. In the end, it's kind of mediocre. I give Iron Man 3, the official movie game, a 5.9 out of 10, which is an F+. I really do not see myself playing this game any longer, but if you guys are willing to check it out, last time I checked it's free. Be sure to check it out if you have a device that goes on the App Store. But there are better, way better Endless Runners and Flyers out there. I mean, you're better off with Temple Run. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.